Hey, it's Dr. Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com, and we're going to talk about alternatives to your regular power chain. If you've got a space, power chain is great, nothing wrong with it, but you do have to, first of all, make sure it's an active power chain and you've put on properly and that it's not old or expired. See my other videos on power chain about that. But you also need to change it every 3 to 4 weeks as it's going to lose its force. The other option is to do retraction springs, Niti coil retraction springs. It's kind of cut off in the photo, but there's a little hole on this end and a little hole on that end. You will attach it either to the wire or to the teeth, and needs to be, yeah, it has to hook onto something, a hook. Whether you have a crimpable hook, and I've got videos on that if you want to know what a crimpable hook is, or if you're going to put it, say there's a space, say it's a extraction space for the upper fours or tooth number 5 and 12, and you're closing that, you're gonna maybe hook it on the canine and also the molar in order to close that. Now keep in mind, this is a pretty heavy force, but it does keep the force consistent for a few months. So if the patient can't come in, maybe you're doing virtual checks, I wouldn't just let this go willy-nilly though, just let it have at it, because first of all, unless you have the right anchorage put in, it's going to move both sets of teeth in both directions. And sometimes it moves one more than the other. You can take a class 1 case and oops, turn it into a class 2 case. You can take a class 1 case and oops, turn it into a class 3 case. So you really need to keep an eye on the closure. This will just help to maybe eliminate some appointments as long as you're doing virtual appointments. So it's an idea. It's a little bit uncomfortable for the patient. It pinches the cheek, and when they sleep, it cuts it up a little bit. I don't love it, but for a patient who can't come in every 3 to 4 weeks, it is an alternative as long as we're doing virtual. So these are pretty expensive. I can't remember. They're maybe 10, 20 bucks each. So it's a lot more expensive than power chain as well. And there's always a risk that if it pops off, the patient could swallow it. Although it's not sharp or anything, but I mean, I don't love things that can be swallowed. So it's not my favorite, but it's definitely an option out there. What else? You can't do this on a light wire. It needs to be a pretty heavy Niti, very heavy, like 1825, 1925, or a stainless steel wire or a beta tie. All right, thanks so much.